her comedy special on Netflix, and you can see her live and in person on her None of My Business tour now through March 2026. How is the tour going?
It's going well. I'm a little bloated.
Yeah.
A lot of
travel
fights.
will do that.
Lower back, I'm feeling it in my L4, L5.
That will do it. Travel.
The travel's the hardest part. Getting on stage is like the celebration.
Yeah.
But it's getting to all the cities.
I know.
It's hard.
And staying healthy on that route.
Oh yeah.
And not getting sick.
Gotta drink emergency.
Yeah.
Gotta.
I have a hot toddy or 3.
Hot toddy, yeah.
Yes, you're welcome for that idea.
Yeah.
So are you excited? You're gonna perform at Carnegie Hall.
I'm so
That's
excited.
Incredible.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's really cool.
Thank you.
Well, I like performers. We all have these venues that are like, man, it'd be really rad to play this.
But I didn't think stand-up comedians were allowed to do Carnegie Hall. That seems like important.
Well, comedy is very important.
Right now, comedy is important.
We need to laugh. Yeah.
My nana would tell me that she saw Frank Sinatra back in the day at Carnegie Hall, and I'm like, I don't want to ruin whatever, you know, the legacy of Carnegie Hall. But I think we need some more funny women on stage, taking up space.
My performance, like all of us, the band, we all change depending on the audience, because if you give us energy from the audiences, you're gonna get a better show. Do you feed off of them? Like as a comedian, do you play off of people?
Yes, I'll take a nap in the green room, hear my name, come out on stage, and then feel the audience and be like, I'm awake!
Yeah.
And then I sometimes get bored on stage, so I mean, it's a very exciting show, but you should go see it.
You should go see it.
But you know, sometimes I do crowd work.
Yeah.
My crowd work is I'm nosy.
I love comedians who do crowd work.
But I also feel like musicians, you do crowd work in between songs a bit, or you have some...
to change it up every night. You know, you do the same set list, so you try and engage with them,
So, but if I see 2 people holding hands, I'm like, how long have you guys been together? Because it seems fresh to me. Like, I like to...
You seem happy.
Yeah. I'm like, you guys you're not sick of each other's breath yet. I also pretend I'm like psychic because I do it so much, so I'll be like, the way you're sitting, I think that you're in finance. I turn into like Teresa Caputo. Yes. Yeah. I'll be like, has someone great-grandmother died recently? But once I got in trouble, because I'm just like, you say anything that comes to mind, and I saw a girl in a baby doll dress with her hand on her stomach, and I did like #1 thing you're not supposed to do. No, like in humanity, this is like the #1 rule to not do.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you pregnant? As I said it, the audience was like, no. And she looked at me and she was like, no.
What?
And you know when the heat in your head gets so hot, and the whole rest of the set I was just repeating it like, was it as bad as I thought? Yeah, it was. That was as bad as I thought. But her skin was glowing.
Okay.
Like, she was asking for it. And
She was asking.
she was literally like gorgeous. 1 out of 10 times, you get a good laugh.
Yeah, it's worth it. I agree.
It's worth it.
Do your parents enjoy coming to see you?
You know, sometimes people will be like, are your parents, how do they feel about your show? Because I make fun of everything.
Yeah.
But I feel like they don't ask that to male comedians. No one's like, has your dad seen your show?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, where do you think I get it from?
There have been some male comedians I've asked.
I'm like, do you have a mother?
I'm like, what did your mother do when you said this?
Should you call your mother and talk some stuff out, maybe?
That's awesome that they can laugh with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it from my
parents are rigid, like they wouldn't be able to. Oh, you get it from them.
Yeah, and I do think also, I've had like different careers in my life, so my parents are like, she found something that makes her happy. Like, isn't that all you want for your kid?
Yeah.
So it's
you have great parents.
It's been fun. And my mom is now getting into jazz.
I was gonna bring this up.
In retirement.
She sings, right? She sings jazz,
Oh
right?
yeah, so she was a public middle school principal in Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah.
Her dream was always to be a singer. And after she retired, she goes, give me the mic.
I love that. Well, what's crazy is
hard. I got 0 genes.
Oh, you don't sing?
Kelly, I would have been on stage with you by now if that was the case.
Isn't it wonderful to watch her though? She gigs and stuff. You go to shows. Yeah.
It's so beautiful to see. Like at any age, you can like chase something that makes you feel alive.
Hell yeah.
I always think though, as someone who can't sing, that I could accidentally hit a note every now and then,
and be like, oh.
Like I thought that like I could
like
accidentally hit the wicked note. It's like, I thought like even a blind squirrel finds a nut. Like.
You know when you find it in the shower, the acoustics are perfect. The steam is happening, go for it. Let me know how it works out.
You're nice and lubricated.
Yes, exactly. You didn't want to say lubricated.
I know, I got scared. I got scared. We're daytime TV.
She's like, lubricated. You can say lubricated, it's
This show is crazy.
Yes. Oh my God, how many times do you think we can say lubricated though in one sitting? It's just funny. Ah! All right, we need a short break and some lubrication. Hannah's tour is called None of My Business. It's running now through March 2026. Go online for tickets and dates.